Hello, I'm Tracy. I'm a student physical therapist. First and foremost, do I have your permission to examine your wound and do some measurements and record this for educational purposes? Yes. Okay, perfect. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to glove up, which I have already done. This is just so I don't put any new bacteria into the wound, which can make it worse, and no bacteria will come onto my hands, and I would then go on and touch something else and spread the bacteria around. It's mostly for sanitary reasons and also for patient safety and for my safety as well. Alright, so let's get started. So the first thing I want to look at is the location of this wound. So I can see the location of this wound is on the dorsal side of the foot, okay? Basically, it's right underneath the first and the second phalanges, and it's kind of the gangrene. I can see some gangrene here, and it's going on to the second phalange. It's going increasing up more distally. I'm going to measure the wound, and I'm going to use a method called the 12 to 6, 9 to 3 method, clock method, okay? So let's get started. So I'm going to first measure from 12 to 6, and I get about 5 centimeters. Can you relax your foot? I get 5 centimeters right there from 12 to 6. And then I'm going to measure from 9 to 3. And from 9 to 3, I get 2.5 centimeters. All right. I can see that from 12 to 3, the edges seem pretty attached. There is some gangrene, so it's kind of hard to see, but other than that, they seem attached. From 3 to maybe like 5:36, there is some, the edges seem a little bit rolled up, so there could be an epibolt forming. So I'm going to get the depth of the wound in there. I've used a swab to get in there, so I'm going to measure right there the depth, and I get about 0.5 centimeters of depth. Alright, so now we want to look at the shape. So the shape to me seems pretty circular. Right here there is some gangrene surrounding it. Other than that, the wound itself right here seems pretty circular. The gangrene does go a little bit distally to the second phalange right there. Alright, there are some different colors that I can see. I can see black, which is the gangrene. There are some like pinkish, maybe reddish, not completely red because it's not healing. And there is some yellow. So I would want to say that there's about 50% black, maybe some 40% red, and then maybe the rest 10% yellow. Okay. As I waft this, just to get kind of a taste of what I'm smelling, I can smell some of the gangrene. But this is very important just to notice that we cannot determine just because I smell some gangrene that there is an infection occurring. Okay. We can just make that insinuation. There is little to no drainage. I don't really see drainage. It's a little bit drier, more on the side. So we can kind of say that this wound is not infected at all. Looking at the outside skin surrounding the wound, I can see that it's very dry. Okay, it's dry. There is no hair. Maybe that's because of the lack of nutrition and the lack of blood flow going into this area. And then we can see that our nails, the nails are very important. Looking at the nails on the patient's nails, they're thick and they're yellow, which also gives us another sign that this could be an arterial insufficiency wound. Okay, we could, once again, there is some gangrene around there, and that could be just due from the lack of circulation going off of it. But other than that, skin is dry, no hair, thick yellow nails, and it's cracky skin too. Okay, let's see. So now I'm gonna test for pulses. So the dorsalis pedis is usually around this area, so I'm gonna go a little more down here and see if I can get a pulse. Sorry, my bad. And I found the pulse, but it's a very faint to no pulse at all, so I will give that a +1. If I want to do the posterior tib pulse, found it, and it's the same thing. It's a +1. I feel little to no pulse at all there. Okay, looking at the temperature of the skin surrounding the wound, the temperature seems pretty cold. It's very cool. It's not warm at all, which basically makes sense. if this is an arterial insufficiency, which in this case all the signs are leading to it. And that is all. Thank you.